Hey, so this is my first time basically doing a sketchbook tour, and I thought, it's a perfect time to try this out because I have a new phone. I'm able to film properly, hopefully. And this is just my sketchbook, from the 9 months of 2022, and I use currently as well. It's in Art Supplies, the B6 one, so it's like a smallish one here. And yeah, it holds up pretty nicely, which is really nice. I mean, it's kind of hard to like stick stuff on, even stickers, like it'll kind of peel off because of just the roughness of the binding and stuff like that. But I usually just like tape stuff down or tape cutouts on it, and that holds up okay. So yeah, and I will be skipping through certain things in this because there is like NSFW that like is personal to me, or it's for like other larger pieces that's like for me personally. I would not be sharing that. So yeah, I guess we're just gonna like jump into this and go from there, and hopefully you won't see anything suggestive. See, where's the front page? Yeah, so front page, obviously, like, I want to do, like, a little intro of, like, saying, like, you know, where I started, where I ended. So I started, Christmas of 2021, and I ended about early October of last year, 2022. And this is my fursona, my main fursona, Beach, that I've had forever. And he's gone through, like, a lot of different changes. And we have a bit of a Homestuck characters and my personal character that I have. And, like, I mainly use, like, a sketchbook nowadays for, like, planning, for, like, larger pieces or digital pieces. Or I just, you know, if I only feel comfortable, like, doing doodles or something, or painting something small, I'll just do it in here. And these are gouache of my Sonas and OCs, and this one is also gouache as well. I just didn't finish the boat there. But yeah, like, you can see, like, the full process of, like, where I started to, like, even though I wasn't planning or thinking of, like, I would be farther in, like, my art, I still see a big difference from start to finish. So yeah, I think gouache holds up pretty well on here, even watercolors. Obviously, like, if you use, like, a lot of water on this type of paper, it will probably tear. I've had it tear on me, like, very slightly. And it does tend to, like, smudge on the other side sometimes. Even pencil will do that. So it's not really, like, the best multimedia, like, sketchbook out there. I just like it because of the size. It's portable. Yeah. And obviously, like, the paper will crinkle if you use, like, heavy, like, gouache or stuff like that. I think pen holds up very well, however. Like, pen is so nice on this type of paper. Yeah, so, these are pencil sketches that I really like. They actually didn't smudge. We have some of my Fursona Eli here. And we obviously, I watched BoJack Horseman early last year. So I really just like how these came out. And I drew, like, my boyfriend's fursona, like, in the style of BoJack Horseman, and, like, one of mine, because I thought it'd be, like, really cool to like branch out and be like, what would these colorful animals, anther animals, like, look like in the style. And this is one of my D&D characters, Malthus. He's a tiefling rogue. I don't mind showing you this, obviously. It's just more Malthus and, like, my boyfriend's D&D character, Champ, who's a human fighter, raised by orcs. Love that. And we got more D&D characters. I just redesigned this one that I've had since, like, maybe 2017. Oswald, he's just a little crow. He's a Kinko. We have a little comic that I forget what this was for exactly. Probably comic week or something that was going on Twitter that I'm not a part of, but I just wanted to do like a little comic. And we're skipping this page as well. Alright, and we got like a little Sona that I just randomly made off of Pit Crew, and then some warrior cats. More warrior cat designs. These are like personal ones that like I have a little story with it, and like they're not part of like the OG, like they just live on a beach. All these cats that I've made. A Sona that never made it. I have a Sona named Seaweed now, but it's not like this design. Then we have my OC, Jamie. And, you know, like, sometimes, like, there's parts of my sketchbook where, like, I'm really not feeling it. I just, like, but I wanted to, like, sketch something out, or an old character, or something, but, like, I'm feeling it, but I'm not. You know, it's kind of like a little bit of art block, I guess you could put it that way. And we just have more pencil sketches of, like, Pokemon and, like, Sonas and stuff like that. This is one of my other main personas, Ninja. He's kind of just like a hybrid beast, you know, like he's made up of like mainly a wolf. He has goat legs, a possum tail, kangaroo pouch. Like he's just like a mashup of everything, and I love him. And I was just kind of like going through like different legs and feet to see what would stick, and I'm just really liking the goat legs. Kind of reminds me of like Krampus. And, of course, we have Scarlet and Violet Pokemon when they first announced the previews for the starters. Just had to draw them, and I did pick Sprigatito. I was going to pick Frikoko at first, but Sprigatito really grew on me. And then when everyone was making their, like, own like starter finals, I made one Espagato. He no longer looks like this, and like I made him an OC since like the actual, you know, starter final came out, but I like redesigned him a little bit so he looks a little like crisp, a little fresh, you know what I mean. Skipping over that. And we got more Sonas. We have Monster Prom fan art. We have my Monster Prom OC, Orion. He's just a Pegasus. We have some Pokemon Gajinkas that I was planning on selling as adopts, but I never like finished it. I finished this one, and I just got like burnt out pretty quickly. But it was really fun to like come up with like human designs for them, and I still really like the Impidimp and the Mimikyu and stuff like that. We have more Pokemon, except like an Anthro, a Gliscor, because Gliscor is like my favorite. I made a Sona out of it. I just thought it'd be so cool to finally have one. So yeah. And I went on to make Fakemon. I am from Texas, so I decided to make starters for the state of Texas. So I based the grass starter off like a pecan and like pecan pie and like an armadillo, because those are very like common there, and I've seen them when I used to live there a lot. And we have a cactus, like horn lizard, bearded dragon looking guy. Kind of ended up being like a triceratops dinosaur looking dude in the end, but I need to redesign it a little bit and go from there, you know. And I need to come up with the water starter here. It was going to be a ghost shrimp, and I just never like found like a specific design that I really liked. I kind of like the first, like this one right here, but I need to like go back to it, obviously, if I really want to do it. We got more OCs, but this is a Pokemon OC, Anthrophied. It's Kebab, the Aracuda. Skipping over that. I said it before. Pen, especially like if you have colorful pens or even like felt tip markers that like don't bleed through easily, this is like a cool and like really nice sketchbook for you if you want something that's like really portable. Like I've said before, like I just went like ham on this with like, you know, drawing like random Homestuck characters as a challenge, and then just like my Link Sona from Breath of the Wild, and then we have like a shiny Lycanroc Pokemon. I just was like, I gotta do this, you know. Skipping over that. And we got some more pen drawings. We have my Hisuian Typhlosion starter, Snork. Love him. Like, it was so fun to, like, take, like, my felt tip markers and just, like, go along with this. And, like, put the pen over it and make it, like, really pop. And we have another Warrior Cat OC who ended up, I made a persona out of, which is like separate from the OC. Like it's like personal to me just because I really like this character, so I decided to make like a Sona that just looks like the character but doesn't have the same personality really. This guy's evil and my persona is just dumb and stubborn. More Pokemon. I've been playing I played a lot of Legend Arceus last year, and I just, like, fell in love with it, and I wanted to draw all my Pokemon. And then I played Danganronpa with my boyfriend and friend. And seriously, love Taka. I'll skip over that. We have more Taka. I went back to these and did like some like gouache over it, like not too heavy on the paint because I have jelly gouache and over time like it just dries out, so it's like not the best to use. I can use them like watercolors, but they don't come out like as vibrant or as thick, but they're still like fun to use occasionally. We have a personal OC. That is a dad. This is a dad of another OC, her, Locks, because I made an OC for Treasure Planet, the movie, like that Disney movie. I'm in love with it. My favorite movie of all time. Favorite animated movie. Has like everything that I like in it. And I decided to make like a bunch of OCs for it, make my own little backstory, and yeah, like it was super fun. And like there's another OC for it, like they're pirates, obviously, space pirates. So like that blue dragon was like the captain, and this is like the first mate. We have more Scarlet and Violet Pokemon, including old Espagato design. I just was having a lot of fun with that. I'm like obsessed with Pokemon. Like it's just one of my like comfort like fandoms pretty much, and I love making like fan art, and like I made a fusion. This is Cerasus. Cherasus. And it's just basically a giraffe rig with Cherim and Cherubi Pokemon like fused with it. And it's basically pink and it's cherry and I love it. It's so cute. These were some Instagram suggestions. I was like, give me something to draw, and I was gonna do pen over the drawings, and I just never finished, so like I got burnt out easily, and which was, I guess, a bad idea altogether to do it. Skipping over that. We have Eli. This is when, around the time where I was like, I'm literally bisexual, and I didn't realize it, or I was realizing it, and it freaked me out. But that's another story, maybe another video to talk about, like, gender or sexuality stuff. That'd be pretty fun, I think. I made a Gligar OC. He's a little D&D dude. He's not a D&D character, he just plays D&D. And this is another random OC that I made for the movie The Bad Guys. Love the animation and that, like, love the whole movie. I was like, I'm gonna make a little cat, a little tuxedo cat for it. These were my felt tip markers that I used, and they did, like, wonderfully with it. Obviously, like, right here, like, it did bleed through because this part, the gray, is Sharpie. So, the Sharpie will bleed through in this type of sketchbook, but, like, these specific markers will not, at least not at first. If you, like, really, like, layer it, some, like, lighter markers that aren't Sharpies or Copics or whatever, like, they won't bleed through, but, like, if you layer it, like, it will. Alright, we have more of Seaweed Claw. This was my Sona that I made off of the Warrior Cat. And I love him to death, and he watches Jacksepticeye because I do. This is when I was making myself as a Monster Prom character, like my Sona. I made myself a little incubus demon. I just, like, thought of it, but I'm, like, disabled, so I don't really, like, fly much. I just kind of, like, float. Yeah. And I am disabled in real life. I use, like, a cane and stuff, and I just made a sword. Oh, yeah. This is when I was kind of, like, slightly redesigning my main for Sona Beach. I was just, like, I had a major, like, style change, like, at this point about July of 2022, so, like, I immediately was like, I gotta, like, redo all of this. And then I made, like, a digital ref later that you can see on my Instagram. I am hiding this page because, again, like I said at the beginning of this video, there is suggested things, like, themes in this that I don't want to show in case, you know, like, I don't know, my viewers don't want to see it or whatever, or it's YouTube. But yeah, these were, like, my Warrior Cat Sona, my boyfriend's Warrior Cat Sona that we made on a pic crew, and I decided to just do some, like, gouache over it, and it was super fun to, like, work with, like, these specific palettes. Awesome, we have more Monster Prom Sona stuff. I changed my color. I'm no longer purple. I did keep the green hair because I have dyed green hair in real life. But I was like, let me just make, like, all of me green. And I did, like, little outfits and stuff. And it's just super cute. Like, I love this little chibi style that I made up. And these sketches right here are my boyfriend's Monster Prom Sona. They're a orange, like, jelly person. And they're, like, see-through and stuff. And they're just so cute. And I was trying to, like, do, like, outfits for them. We have more Pokemon fusions. This was Slowbro and a Alolan Raichu, I believe. I love this little, like, imp-looking guy. And then this was supposed to be Torracat and Luxio together. And for some reason, this reminds me of, like, Devilman, like, the 80s version. Like, just, like, the shape of the head. Like, every time I see him, like, that's Devilman. We have original, like, not fan OCs, like, but they're personal OCs as well. Original OCs, Elijah and Laura, kind of had a dream about them. I used to have a lot of dreams way back when, and make up OCs to it. And Among Us. We have little Among Us doodles. They're very light, so you probably can't see them, because sometimes, like, if you draw too light with pencil, it will fade. Trust me, like, in any sketchbook, especially, because, like, I used to draw really light in high school in a, like, actual multimedia, like, spiral sketchbook. cannot see it to this day. And I was just, like, planning artworks, over here. So, yeah. These pages, I really wanted to read Twilight. I've seen all the movies forever ago, but I was like, it would be so much fun to read it. And I still need to finish the first book, but I just kind of wanted to read it to give me something to do and something to doodle while I was reading it. And so, like, this is my personal Bella Swan, and then we have Edward, which, yeah, like, I just did it based on, like, the descriptions in the book, and I based Edward off the descriptions in the book, but also off of, like, literally Robert Pattinson, just because, like, it's so well known. We have more, just, like, some slight full bodies of, like, their clothes, because this was, like, the 2000s, 2005, 2006, so that's, like, just crazy to me. We have some wolf links that I did with Sharpie and my felt tip markers. And it was, like, super fun to, like, layer it and everything and get, like, the right shades and stuff like that. I just colored the ones that I really liked, including this one. And, of course, since I used Sharpie and kept layering, it did bleed through a lot. But usually, if you have something, like, on the other side, like, right here on this page, and you're coloring on this page, it would not bleed through onto the next page if you just have an extra sheet of paper there. That'll, like, really save you and save, like, any other artworks. This is my other persona, Della. He's a sailor and a sphinx. We have some My Hero Academia art. This is my personal OC for it. TV Kid. That's his name. And then we have Shinzo. Love them. Favorite character. Didn't finish this page, really, because I just kept, like, not feeling it. But sometimes sticky notes can be fun, and you can cover up stuff and redo it. Skipping over that. This was a character / Sona that I bought off of a friend, and his name is Hugo, and he's just, like, this cool, like, cat, and he's got a rattlesnake for a tail, and I have this, like, whole little story with him, so you're skipping over that. Alright, and we have another persona that is a comfort Sona, specifically because I based it off of my border collie back in Texas that lives with my family. And her pronouns are she's a it, and she's just a little border collie. Her name is Bottle Cap, and she's just very cute, very cottagecore-esque. So I just thought it would be, like, really fun to just make, like a really fun comfort Sona for, like, whatever. Alright, these were sketches that, like, I'm in love with, by the way, but these were adopts. I love making, hybrid animals, especially just, like, boom, there's a cat, but, like, with a shark tail. That's my Sona that I have. And I ended up keeping this raccoon just because I love the colors of it. It's on my Instagram, I believe, if you want to look. But I kept this one and named him Trout because he's got a rainbow trout tail or whatever, brook trout. And these other ones are just still up for sale, by the way. And they're also on my toy house, which I can link in the video as well. Alright, this is just, like, a jumbled mess of doodles that I have on this page. Like, just a bunch of personas that, like, I neglected. I bought, like, 3 Poscas of my favorite colors. I was, like, trying it out. They kept, like, bleeding every time I tried to, like, use them. Probably because they were hot before, like, in a hot mailbox. Like, this was, like, right on the brink of fall, but it was still, like, hot outside. So I tried it out, and I really like it. I need to use them again, but maybe on, like, better absorbent paper. Awesome. We have a Pony Sona This is Castor, Morningstar. It's literally just me as a pony again. And I used to draw myself as a pony, like, all throughout high school. I went from, like, I'm a Pegasus, I'm, like, whatever the heck, and I'm just like, fuck it, I don't care. Make it cute. There we go. And this is another, like, random Sona that I have. And like I said, like, paints can be really good in the sketchbook. Like, this is watercolor with, like, colored pen. And it held up pretty well. Like, I love how crisp this looks. And these were, like, my markers that I mentioned before. Again, like, some of the dark gray and light gray. Like, that is Sharpie, since I did not have those colors in my felt tip markers. So, yeah, like, again, a Sharpie will bleed through. Lighter markers that aren't like Copics or anything else, like those will probably bleed through, other than lighter markers that are like better for like paper. We have a little this was a previous adopt that my boyfriend decided to take and made them an OC for them. Skipping over that. Ooh. I haven't mentioned color pencils. I need to get better color pencils, but I do like my current ones. They're not Prisma colors, but they're still like really nice. You don't like smudge a lot. Like, you can't really like blend it too much, but it's nice for layering. It's nice if you don't want to go too dark. And these are just some OCs that I randomly made up. And again, the same wolf and cat from the previous page. And then we have some Percy Jackson fan art because I really like Nico D'Angelo. And I can never figure out how I want to draw him. Oh, I mentioned previously, but like, my personal final evolution to Sprigatito from Scarlet and Violet Pokemon was Espagato. And I redesigned him here. So around like end of September of 2022, and I was like, okay, making him a fairy type, grass fairy, and I just went like ham with like the bright colors, and like I thought the lily pad hat would be like really cute and like make sense. And I also have a digital wrap for him on my toy house and on my Instagram if you want to see, and I will link that again in the description of the video. And I ended off the sketchbook with Inktober. I didn't do like the actual Inktober prompts. I just did like a random prompt that I found that I really liked, and I just went like crazy with like my gouache and my colored pencils because I thought that'd be a great mix. So we just have all of these. I really like these two. The hedgehog and the snake. And yeah, like I finished it off like this. And I really like the fox a lot. And I ended this, yeah, October 7th of 2022. And here's me finishing. And yeah, that's it. I really hope y'all enjoyed this. Sorry if I was kind of all over the place or being too slow with talking or too fast. This is just my first time like doing something like this, and I've been wanting to do it for a long time. So yeah, so I really hope y'all stick around and see my animations. Maybe I can do more stuff like this. Like more me talking or more me like exploring or recording me doing like traditional stuff. And yeah, just let me know in the comments. Thank you. Bye-bye.